We are from Visvesvaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur. This video shows our work on development of technology to help the blinds. According to a survey by the World Health Organization, 285 million people are visually impaired worldwide, 39 million are blind, and 246 have low vision. The problems blind people face regularly are 1. They cannot walk independently due to the presence of local obstacles. 2. They cannot read text printed in books, newspapers, etc. 3. They cannot find local objects required daily like a toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. 4. They cannot navigate to the desired destination as they do not know the path to the destination. To solve these problems, we have come up with 3 Android applications and an embedded device. The embedded device helps in detecting the local obstacles easily, whereas the 3 Android applications help in object detection, reading, and navigation. This is the embedded device. It consists of 3 ultrasonic sensors and 4 vibration motors. The entire circuit and power supply lies inside this box. Now, the disadvantage of using an ultrasonic sensor is it has a very narrow range. We overcome this problem by using 2 ultrasonic sensors. Another advantage of using 2 ultrasonic sensors is it gives us an approximation of whether the obstacle lies in region 1, 2 or 3. As you can see, there is a third ultrasonic sensor which is slightly inclined so that it stays horizontal while walking. It helps in detecting potholes, staircases and footpaths. The intensity of vibration of the vibrator motors depends on the distance of the obstacle from the device. We have 3 vibrator motors for this region 1, 2 and 3, and the 4th vibrator motor is for the third ultrasonic sensor. We have used Atmega 328P PU as our microcontroller, P as it is the low power version, our ultrasonic sensors HCSR04. The 5V supply to the microcontroller as well as these ultrasonic sensors comes via the 7805 voltage regulator by a 9V battery. As you can see, there are 2 capacitors across the 7805 regulator. The input capacitor reduces the source impedance of the supply, and the output capacitor provides energy to the load to assist the regulator in handling short spikes of regulator current, as these may cause instability sometimes. We have used a crystal of 16 MHz with our microcontroller. As our microcontroller works at a 5V level and our vibrator motors require 3.3 volts, we have made a resistor divider circuit to provide 3.3 volts to our motors. This is the first Android application. It deals with reading text printed in books, newspapers, boards, etc. It basically extracts the text from the image being captured by the camera of the Android phone. We have used the Tesseract Android tools based on the Tesseract OCR engine maintained by Google and Leptonica image processing libraries. Now, extracted text from a single frame may have errors. So, it evaluates 5 consecutive frames, develops a single best string, and speaks that out.
The complete Sherlock Holmes INDIALOG publications. Britannica Ready Reference Encyclopedia. Revision notes for the MRCOG Part 1.
This is the second Android application for our project, the Blind Navigator. This application mainly deals with object detection. There are a large number of objects that we need daily, like our toothbrush, toothpaste, comb, keys, etc. To find these objects can be a really difficult task if we have our eyes closed. So, to make this object detection easier for the blinds, we have developed an Android application which helps them to detect these objects. Now, there are 2 approaches to object detection. One is feature extraction and second is the color recognition. Now, feature extraction may not be practically possible sometimes, as there may be different kinds of toothbrushes, combs, pastes, etc. etc. So, we are sticking to the color recognition approach. We are using these color markers as a part of our project. We are implementing the OpenCV library on Android. OpenCV is a library of programming functions for computer vision. It runs on a large number of operating systems like Android, Windows and BlackBerry. Basically, color recognition is as follows. We take a particular camera frame and we check the RGB values of each and every pixel in that frame. And we compare that RGB values with the RGB values range of our markers. If these values lie in the range of the RGB values of our markers, we can say that we have detected that color. Now, as the camera has a very high resolution, checking each and every pixel will take a large amount of time, and that will ultimately lead to heating up of the device. It will reduce its performance, as well as that will give us a very low frame rate of around 1 to 2 frames per second, and that is not what we need. So to have a high frame rate, we have designed the following piece of code. So what we do is, we check 1 in every 5 pixels. We do not check each and every pixel. Now, after checking 1 in every 5 pixel, if any of the pixel matches the range of the marker, what we do is we perform a secondary full resolution scan in the neighborhood of that pixel, and we just count the number of pixels that match the marker. Now, once this count exceeds a particular value, we get to know that now the object we are trying to look for is around at a distance of 1 meter away from us. So that app directly speaks to us that it has detected that particular object. Now I'll just show you a demo of how this works. For the demo, I have attached these markers to a cup. As you can see, there are green markers attached to the cup. Also to the keys, a yellow marker, blue marker to the toothbrush. As you can see, I have placed these objects here, the toothbrush here, the key here, and my cup here. I'll just walk around from here with my application running on this phone, and I'll just show you how this works.
Toothbrush detected. Keys detected. Cup detected.
This is how the application works. It speaks out whatever it detects according to the color markers we have attached. This is the third Android application. It detects my current location automatically using GPS. It has two buttons. One is to speak the destination and the other is to get directions. It is detecting my current location now. VNIT Canteen.
Walk south. Turn left. Turn right.
Turn right.
This is how the blind navigator has helped the person in navigating from the library to the canteen. We are currently working on image processing in LabVIEW. It aims at giving an idea of the environment, mainly by assisting while walking, as the person should not walk right in the center of the road, he should always keep left. And assisting in keeping safe from moving obstacles like vehicles, as the embedded device may fail sometimes.